Hello, and welcome to this baconbits video. Today I want to discuss a script that I created in order to help check the port connectivity outbound TCP from your endpoints, laptops, servers, workstations back to your Bacon server. This is a very important script that I use when diagnosing possible issues for clients and internal testing. Sometimes when the endpoints appear to go online and offline, we have to make sure that there is good port communication established just on the computer itself. This test, when run, will tell you if there is a clean line of sight from a networking standpoint. Excuse me. And this will also tell you that if there is an issue with connectivity from a hardware point of view, or rather if it's a problem with the software. So let's get going. The first feature that I go to when trying to address this is, I like the old standby test net connection. And here you put in your URL, port, and remember the three ports are 4505, 06, and 07. So let's start with 4505. Alright, PowerShell is doing its thing, and we have a TCP test succeeded is true for that port. That's great news. It tells you which port right here. It does the DNS resolution and tells you if it was successful. It's wonderful news. The problem that I have with this, and let's kind of expand this just a touch. The problem that I have with this command is that it's very slow. Now right now it appears to come back fast, and I appreciate PowerShell making a liar out of me, but there are still times in your networks or for whatever reasons this command will just come back a little bit too slow. So what I have instead of this, and we have it on our GitHub repo under Bacon Unlimited, the GitHub. Let's go to Bacon Scripting PS1 and we'll look for Bacon port check. So you can pull this down right now. It's up there, ready to go, easy to use. And let's go through the code. So this is pretty easy. Whenever you run it, you do want to run you want to run it like this, Bacon port check, and you want to use your FQDN. Sorry, there we go. And then you want to supply the number of minutes per port that you want to check. Now the reason I'm doing this is checking just once is great, and that will tell you if you have established permanently a failed or permanently an open connection. But when trying to detect what I call connectivity wobble, where sometimes the endpoint reports in, sometimes it does not, checking once is not very useful data. So we want to check as many times as possible. So that's what I'm going to do with the script, is I'm going to check as many times as possible inside of 1 minute, and I'll check that for ports 4505, 06, and 07. Okay, it's off to the races. This is going to take 3 minutes, so I'm going to pause this while it runs. Alright, we're back 3 minutes later. Let's look at the text. Our URL. Port 4505 passed 1,619 of 1,619 times and failed 0 of those times in the past 1 minute. And 4506 passed completely. 4507 passed completely. So this is great, and this tells us definitively that from a networking standpoint, if I see connectivity wobble, it's not because of a network issue. At this point, with a 100% return over 3 minutes, chances are what I'm looking at, again, not guaranteed, there are always outliers, but chances are what I'm looking at is a software issue. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you have a wonderfully bacony kind of day.